With Netflix doubling down on the amount of diverse content on their platform this year, it's perhaps no surprise then to see their reality TV offerings continuing to go strong and becoming more ambitious. Sure, there's a good amount of trash in this field and nothing bordering on the insanity of something like MILF Manor, at least not yet, thankfully. It was only a matter of time before they branched out and started competing with more conventional broadcast offerings. The latest in the reality TV field happens to be Celebrity Bear Hunt. Like many of these types of shows, it does feel like something that was pitched on a single idea, i.e. what if Bear Grylls hunted a bunch of celebs in the jungle, and then cobbled together with elements from other shows to make it more of a unique experience. In the case of this one, that honour falls to ITV's I'm a Celebrity. In fact, I'm surprised Celebrity Bear Hunt isn't up for a copyright lawsuit here because it's unashamedly similar, right down to the logo, the types of challenges, and the general flow and formatting of the series. This also means that anybody put off by the superficiality of I'm a Celebrity is not going to have a good time with this, and you should probably steer clear of this show. Conversely though, those after an easy, trashy TV watch or are fans of I'm a Celebrity will slip right into this one like a comfortable pair of shoes. The premise itself centres around Bear Grylls, who jets off 12 celebrities, although that word is doing a lot of heavy lifting for some of these guys here, into the Costa Rican jungle, where he hunts each of them down in a giant game of jungle tag. On paper, this sounds like an intriguing idea for a show, but in reality it's not quite as enticing as it seems. Alongside this, the celebrities have a base camp where they live for several weeks, competing in different challenges after being split into teams each time. Then the losing competitors are thrown into something called the Bear Pit, which happens to be a large, diverse terrain full of traps, deadly creatures, and tools to help them escape via one of the conveniently placed exits. The celebrities thrown into this need to do whatever they can to survive, but with the clock ticking, they're also being chased by Bear Grylls, so they need to hurry up. Those caught are then up for elimination, where Bear decides when the challenge is done who's actually going home. Alongside Bear Grylls is Holly Willoughby, who's just here, I guess. There's honestly no purpose to her being in this show, and she feels like a complete spare part. There's also one super awkward shot of her in episode 1, where she's at camp with the other celebs, where she looks completely out of place. However, the celebs chosen for this show have a good varied amount of personalities that make for a fun watch at times. Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen is easy to stand out with his wit and humour, while Big Zoo is going to be an acquired taste for many. Some of the celebs are completely bland and add nothing to this, like Lottie Moss, but one person who surprises more than others is in-betweener Joe Thomas, who goes on quite the journey. But despite its positive aspects, the show never shakes off that sheen of superficiality I mentioned earlier. The chats between celebrities feel painfully staged and orchestrated at times, with questions like, was that a fun journey being in the Spice Girls? And what do you think of journalists? Clearly designed to stir up audiences or the media, or both. To be fair, there are some organic moments that come later on that are quite funny or touching, but again, these usually stem from the bigger personalities in the games, who are here not just to win, but also to entertain. Some of the issues with the show though come from its structure and the Bear Pit itself. On paper, the idea of Bear Grylls following these celebs and catching them is an enticing one, but the execution is really bad. There are times where Bear decides not to chase after competitors grouped together, just because. While multiple targets, he just kind of waits until they're split up rather than going in for the kill. Figuratively, not literally guys, don't worry. And eliminating several in quick succession. There's also the subject of hiding too, which the celebs don't really catch on until late on, given the fact this is actually a good tool to avoid being captured by Bear. You see, those who manage to avoid being caught aren't up for elimination. With exits being a tricky and risky venture at times, why not just hide somewhere and wait it out? Similarly, why not sabotage your other competitors and make tons of noise to goad Bear into taking them out? These sort of elements are sorely lacking here. There's also a conscious effort on his part to try and keep some of the bigger personalities in longer to keep people watching, and the eliminations Bear chooses are a bit questionable at times. I won't discuss the winner here, but the person chosen is done so because, and I quote, they kept positive throughout and are a natural leader. Despite this individual demonstrating the exact opposite in several episodes, including throwing a massive hissy fit when they don't get their own way, but there we go. But the biggest problem with this show? The cameras. Celebrity Bear Hunt is undermined time and again by obvious cameramen following around the celebrities and Bear Grylls himself. The editing is cleverly stitched together, much like many other reality shows, to try and hide this, like with drone shots or big establishing sweeps, but it's not fooling anyone. I'm genuinely not sure why the show didn't go all in on drones or setting up hidden cameras around the Bear Pit to scan the area. Seeing a big establishing shot of an open landscape, with a celebrity walking and Bear hiding for example, is then followed by boots on the ground cameramen clearly sitting alongside Bear in the open or following behind one of the celebrities. I mean, at one point Bear even turns around to the cameraman and tells him they need to move. This also undermines the whole idea and concept of the show, because in reality the celebrities could be super careful and learn their survival skills. But if their camera crew are making loads of noise or can be spotted out in the open, they're going to be caught anyway. It's incredibly disappointing, especially because base camp has a ton of cameras set up across the cabin, which we can clearly see. The diagrams and explanations, not to mention the talking head interviews, all lean into this same I'm a Celebrity copycat feel. But despite all of its flaws, Celebrity Bear Hunt is still pretty watchable. This is very much a show designed to be thrown on in the background while doing other things, like scrolling through social media or eating dinner on the sofa. It may not be the most compelling TV show, but there's a reason why these reality shows have gone on for so long, and Netflix are clearly keen to tap into that market. Overall then, Celebrity Bear Hunt is a bit of a mixed bag. I certainly didn't expect to enjoy parts of this as much as I did, and it very much falls into that realm of being a hit or miss guilty pleasure. If you're taken by the format after a few episodes, you'll likely see this through to the end, but it's also incredibly flawed in its execution. Your mileage with this one will definitely vary. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.